What a clay bar essentially does is it gets all the contaminants, it brings it up from the paint and attaches it to the clay. This will make it so it pulls it up from the paint and it makes the paint surface a lot smoother. This is the first step in prepping to paint correct. When you polish, you don't want all of that contamination in the paint. And it sounds a lot like sandpaper right now because I'm assuming this car hasn't been clay barred in forever. If I remember correctly, the client said this paint is 5 or 6 years old. You can only imagine what 5 or 6 years will do to a paint if it hasn't been maintained properly. So that's why we're gonna give it a nice polish, give it a protection for the paint as well. So much smoother. But as you can also hear, it sounds very rough. But that's gonna change once we start polishing and get the contamination off. Be as smooth as butter, as we like to say. Now you do need to be careful when you clay bar, because if you do it incorrectly, you will mar the paint up and leave little marks everywhere. And the only way to get rid of these marks is to polish out the paint. All right, so now we're gonna start the polishing process. Yeah, this is a very delicate process because you wanna make sure you don't, hit any of the decals. You don't wanna mess anything up. Also, the key with polishing is you wanna go generally pretty slow. Not too slow. If you let it linger too much, you have that chance of burning through the clear. But it is very rare that you do that. You have to literally just set it down and let it run for 10 to 15 minutes to burn through. But polishing is my favorite part just because it looks amazing when you're done. It really brings out the gloss, the final finish of whatever color you're polishing. It's one of my favorite things to do. So we're doing a paint enhancement, and this is a Ford 300 Galaxy. This car is gonna look amazing after the polish is done. So once again, stay tuned and watch. Enjoy. All right, so now what we need to do, we finished the polishing of the whole vehicle. So now we have to clean off all the polish residue before we start coating. You don't want that polish residue to be coated and protected, because then, you know, it's gonna just cause the paint to look horrible. Plus you get the nice true appearance of what your vehicle looks like after it's polished. So the stuff I'm using right now is Paint Prep, Paint Coating Surface Prep by P&S. It's good stuff. It really gets all the residue, the polish residue, and remaining dust. If there was dust, it cleans it up a little bit. I really like using that stuff. It helps a lot, especially when you're about to coat or put a sealant on or wax the car. You know, you really want to, I can't stress enough that you want to clean the car off of all the polishes. All right, so your last step in completing this protector package is to protect the car with a sealant. I'm using a ceramic sealant by G-Technique, very good stuff. Makes the car super slick and very hydrophobic. So as you can see, I'm just spritzing it all over the hood. I'm using the 2-towel method, 1 towel to kind of spread the product. And then I'm gonna come back with the next towel and just buff it in. Now this stuff does leave high spots if you're not careful. If you don't buff it out correctly, it will leave high spots. And what that is, for those who are familiar with ceramic coatings, is it's a spot, it looks like a scuff mark on your paint. But that scuff mark, you can't get it out. The only way to really get it out is to polish it out. We don't want that. So it's very important to keep track of what you're doing. You know, make sure you use your 2-towel method. If you're comfortable, you don't have to use the 2-towel method. I just do, just because it makes it easier. As you can see, the hood has its nice glisten. It's very, very smooth to the touch. It means it works. So I hope you guys enjoyed us doing the process of a protector package, which that's my package for a 1-step paint enhancement. So enjoy it, enjoy the car. It looks awesome. Thank you.